inconsistency Kyogo's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
You okay?
That was some of my dog throwing up.
A piece of chocolate went to the back of my throat.
Okay.
Would
In
turn
other
on.
words, if a blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Makuro was in. And there were only 9. Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man. 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
We figured this out so long ago.
We figured it out when they expected us to. 10 of the lights should have been on. And the other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who just died here and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. That face still looks horrifying.
Joker-esque.
Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth.
Random!
Taka was sixth, then Hifumi was seventh.
Double whammy.
Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth.
Fuck, she did it herself.
And victim number 10 was Makuro.
Makoto did it.
So 10 people in all? That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights of the biolab, only 9 people were being stored in there. You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared? I got it! The Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence. But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Makuro's body since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone. Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them appeared.
I feel like we're approaching this, but I kind of want to take a moment to discuss because I think I hit on something.
Okay.
So, at this point, it's probably pretty obvious one of the people who died is the Mastermind.
Right.
I think it's Junko.
Okay.
Because...
One of the people who supposedly died, you mean?
well, yeah, out of the people who we saw die. Here's the reason. First off, Junko, out of the people who died, Junko is the only one whose body could, like... We were saying before that they took Junko's body, or somebody's body, and used it as a substitute for Makuro, and then it was like, no, this is actually Makuro. What if it was the other way around? Makuro was in disguise.
So, I can't actually say anything on this point, because there was one single twist I knew going into this game, and it relates to this.
Okay, then I'm just gonna finish my thought.
Max.
You know what happens!
No, saying to double check yourself, go ahead and look at your report card. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, okay, so here's another thing I can check.
Okay, so...
Junko Enoshima, 5'7", 97 pounds, chest 31 inches.
Because relevant, apparently.
Now, what was Makuro Kusaba's?
5'7", 97 pounds, 31 inches. Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics. So I'm thinking, what if it's the opposite of what we had theorized before? Junko didn't die, Makuro was dressed as Junko, Which could also be partially why Juko's face is always hidden in those pictures, so that we wouldn't realize a similarity or something. Or a difference from when we saw her at the beginning. And then, because then Junko, quote-unquote, was stabbed by multiple spears, multiple wounds that are several days old. Which would mean that Junko is the mastermind. I guess.
Sound logic.
Which, if that's the case, I want to point out one other thing.
If you turn out to be right about this, I will be so proud of you.
I also want to point out one other thing if I can find... Here we go. Okay, you can't really see it like this, but it would also be kind of foreshadow because Junko has the Monokuma tie.
Again, I don't know if that's actually relevant.
Well, she's the only one wearing a black and white tie out of everyone here.
But she also has a no symbol on it, so...
It just stuck out a bit to me. But, going with everything else, also... There'd be a collection of wounds covering... Yeah. Collection of wounds covering her body. Thanks to Monokuma's interference, Makoto wasn't able to watch the DVD all the way through. So there wasn't anything there about Junko or anything. But yeah, her stuff matches perfectly with Makuro. The cause of death would match. And, I mean, let's go... I mean, bearing in mind that it would have to be somebody who's dead.
It can't be any of the guys.
It would not be able to be any of the guys. It would not be able to be Sakura, because nobody can be Sakura.
No one can be Sakura.
She's too huge.
So that would basically leave Celeste,
Sayaka,
and Junko. So and well, 5'5", 101 pounds. Celeste is okay. Well, I guess Junko's a model, but anyway.
She wasn't a model.
5'5", 108 pounds, 33 inches.
Wow.
And
They're
yeah,
both heavier than
Junko matches
Junko?
Makuro perfectly.
Why are they both heavier than Junko?
Because Junko's a fashionista. She's a model.
Does that mean fashionistas just starve themselves?
It means she needs to stay thin, in shape.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Also, to be fair, 97 pounds for a high schooler, for a female high schooler, not that bad.
It's within the range, but it's on the lower end.
It's on the lower end within the range, though. Also, this is not like proof, but God, she has a giraffe neck.
I mean, it's anime.
I know, but
I think they all have that. Actually.
Yeah, but everyone else has their chins covering it. All right, we saw that.
No, she has her collar covering it. But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match? Including Monokuma's execution, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there are only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Smug face.
I'm completely lost. How could the number of victims be less than a number of murders? The reason there are less bodies than
Monokuma
murders.
looks so mad.
The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Only 9 murders took place, or the same person was killed. Either one of these makes sense for what I was saying, so I don't know what they actually...
I would say
I think it's the first one.
It's either the first one. If it's not the first one, it's the second person, because they're like, they made it look like a second murder.
Yeah.
There weren't no, it didn't do the thing. There weren't actually 10 murders. That's why there were 9 bodies.
I feel that. Oh no, we lost a heart.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
So it's gotta be...
Yeah, I had a feeling. That's what I was going for.
Sorry, man.
It's one of those things where we have to figure out.
Yeah, to be again, I'm not blaming you guys. That's one of those cases where we know what we want to say, but there are multiple ways to say it, and we don't know what the game wants us to choose. It's like if the game was like If it was something involving the color of the walls, it was like either the walls were painted red or someone painted the walls red. It's like, all right, which one are we supposed to choose? They both say the same thing. What about if the same person was killed twice? Huh? Killed twice? Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered and then murdered again. And I'm just thinking back to...
Wait, that's a distinction? Really?
I'm just thinking back to, because bear in mind, the second time, they were murdered, and then quote-unquote murder is what I imagine they're going for. But I'm just thinking back to Sakura, where it was like, smash in the back of the head, gets back up, smash in the back of the head, gets back up. Alright, time to drink poison.
Murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right? Technically, you're right, I guess, but still, something like that.
Sorry, Alexa was going off.
Alexa, who committed the murder?
I did.
Oh, shit!
By the way,
easily
I
have
changed the
happened.
locks.
No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. And can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Makuro, of course. Before she was killed, Makuro Kusaba killed someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden. No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on. Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries.
Oh yeah, that's another point, because after we've narrowed it down to just those 3, Celeste was just hit by a truck. Sayaka was stabbed once. Neither of those had multiple wounds. I guess Celeste can
I
technically...
agree with this.
Celeste can technically count as multiple wounds, in a sense, but I feel like her body wouldn't be just one piece. I'm pretty sure she would not have been able to be used as a fake corpse later.
Nothing's gonna become obvious.
Soft serve hair!
Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Make your argument
Shit,
that
that's not
Kyoko
me.
is not delusional. Alright, so...
Are you gonna have to copy?
Probably, unless I'm supposed... Well, let's read and find out.
Who's this someone else that Makuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Mizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Why was I
Chihiro
even...
Fujisaki? Mondo Awada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Ifumi Yamada? Celestial whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There was no way anyone was murdered twice.
Okay, I'm gonna hope it's the other way around, then. I'm gonna hope I need to use Junko on murdered twice.
Are you sure you don't need to shoot it with this one? I don't know. I don't honestly...
Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, whoever. Sakura. No, that's wrong!
Is it bad I would just now realize the G in Sakura's last name looks like an 8 with a sippy straw out of it?
What?
Sorry, it's just something I noticed, but we were in the middle of voicing, so I couldn't point it out.
Junko. Was it her fatal injury prior to Makuro's? What do you mean? Oh right, there was an upskirt here too. Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
And Makuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match? Yes. And those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one in the...
So let me see if I have this straight.
Try again.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long, before being dragged out again.
Give me a second, I want to check something.
Truth bullets.
I think I missed it. No? Huh? There. Shit, I can't get a good look. I can't zoom in on it. I wanted to compare eye color.
We can't tell.
You can't see that color.
Okay. I was just gonna check eye color as like a last thing, but alright.
Only this time it was presented as the corpse of one Makuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds
By the
Junko
way,
suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It was a steely gray for the Junko.
Yeah. And it's really true? Makuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is alive.
That's the true identity of the mastermind? Who is it? Who's behind all this? Really?
Oh my god, man. We already know the answer to that. Really? It's Makuro. She's still alive.
I mean, to be fair...
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, with the stuff that's been presented, that's a fair conclusion to come to. But it's incorrect.
So Makuro's still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Makuro alive. The one that's still alive is Makuro. But, can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Makuro Ikusaba is still alive.
Fenrir?
Well, the tattoo could have been applied. You can't get rid of it, but you could have added it. That's why I'm thinking that's not the obvious answer here.
Profile.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Makuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. She was the mastermind's tried to be Makuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Why is that one?
For that to be true, it couldn't have been her body who found the garden. Is it really possible? Okay. I had, let me double check what's on the profile. Kuro did not have a single scar wound. She came to 5'7" inches, 97 pounds, 31. Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics.
So
That's
probably
what I'm
use that
going
one.
for is the stats.
Profile them.
Yep. Whoop. I accidentally sped it up, but I still got it. No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Because you sped it up, right?
Yeah.
No, the body found in the garden was... No, the body we found in the garden was Makuro. That's one thing we could be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with the records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5'6"
That might be a typo.
Wait, what?
That might just be a typo. Just go on.
Give me a second. Okay, so why 5'6"? I thought it was 5'7".
It might be a typo.
It's a typo.
Let's
Move on.
She was 5'7" tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 20, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Makuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. It's me!
I'm still alive.
I mean, to be fair, it looks like I died, and I'm still alive, so...
That's the second time we had to choose a dead person's picture.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Says Peter.
Who are you, John
Sorry,
Cena?
Maria. I admit, since Makuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. Loving this upskirt shot. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko was still alive, the death we saw would have had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but...
But I don't actually know what I'm doing.
really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure. She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead. So the idea that she's still alive must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh? No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
It's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Makuro absolutely died.
Both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick.
Hangman's Gambit?
Yep. What is it this time? Replace. Replaced.
At first I was like, I
Replic.
don't fucking know what word it could be.
Wait, what? Why is it doing... It was doing weird things there, and I didn't like it.
You accidentally hit other letters on accident.
Oh, okay. Jeez, I lost a lot of health from that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
double-clicked
I
and
swear
didn't
I didn't, though. I swear I was only hitting the correct one. And then E said right-click, and I tried that. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Makuro Ikusaba.
And that would make it Makuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything matched Makuro's profile, right? I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Upskirt.
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong. There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you got a heart back.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning. What? From the beginning? Yes, from the moment we first met. That's when they switched. Again.
They love this shot.
Then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Makuro.
See, steely gray eyes.
Hold on! So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Makuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Makuro could have simply told us her name was Junko. And we never would have known the difference.
She's also got bears on her tie.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Makuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She also has a rabbit in her hair.
She could have hidden it with foundation. If she did, it likely melted away in the exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of the body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met. Huh.
I like how they use the positioning of her hands in certain sprites as proof. I like that.
But she really did use foundation. Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Makuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed the glaring hole when we were trying to attack Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wow, so...
Makoto was just like, fuck.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
That's true. It was quite an elaborate plan, to be sure, making it look like Makuro was Junko.
Oh, by the way, can I tell you now?
What?
About what her name
is
meant?
Still the spoiler?
No. What her name meant, Makuro's.
What?
It meant corpse.
Ah.
Oh, Japan.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible because the two
Because the two of them...
were working together.
So Makuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Alright, can I pause here before we...
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I can only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me. Oh right, that's also me. And why haven't you been saying anything? Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Did he?
Was it in the Monokuma file where he said the murder victim was... No, because it was her.
Would it have been the interview DVD because he turned it off early?
I think so, actually.
We don't have a
there's
lot of
another group.
hearts, so...
Yeah.
Was it not the group photo? Or if you talk about interfering with the thing?
I'm gonna try interview DVD.
What are you talking about exactly?
Oh, no, we got it.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
good job.
Nice.
While I was in the AV room watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster, it wasn't
Because he
just the
didn't let
monitor.
it show her face.
The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Of course, when the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oh no, it broke. You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you? Oh yeah, if everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up. And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Hi again.
No.
Alright, this time I...
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got really low health. So we
Yep.
gotta use that, yeah.
You got a free reload.
Free infinite bullets.
Oh. And of course now he shuts up. Still not 100.
Group photo, yeah.
Photo.
They taught us that we'd have to do this during Sakura's trial. We did it once there, and we haven't done it since. And now it's finally showing up. The video wasn't the
Twice.
only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
An unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. Unusual circumstance is Junko's face. Your face is unusual!
Hey, you got a heart back.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. Let's see it again!
And again.
And again.
Donuts!
And again.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? On top of that, in this photo you could see that Makuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
What? I believe everything Makoto said is... Why Xanadu? Anyways, Junko and Makoto switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Makuro, who had died in her place, making it look like she died, and the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation, this killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
What's it? With this, the identity and the crimes of
And the crimes.
the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on.
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Oh boy. Oh, hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has actually.
Whoop. Okay, so...
You
Meta...
have 20 minutes.
Alright. So, the first meeting out.
I think that would be the one with her behind her.
That one, yeah.
Bleh. Huh? No.
That one, yes.
I don't think they're quite there yet.
No, because he's... Oh, no, right, you're right, yeah. That's the exact same thing that's currently there.
You telling me they aren't pulling him out of the...
Oh, maybe that is them. I thought maybe that was them bringing them there.
That was correct, actually.
Wasn't there a second one we need to put on their page?
Go back. Yeah, that one right there. The second to the right. No. No. You got it. You had it right the first time.
Eat, don't spoil.
Whoops.
Do we have more to work with? I thought we had a
Oh,
knife.
no, wait. I had that in the wrong spot.
There it is.
I thought this would have been used for, like, when she was setting the murder up. So.
Alright, so this one is the mask putting it on someone else.
Well, hang on, because there's this thing right here.
Alright, her.
Yeah,
and,
you're right. I had
It looks like she's
spot.
just saying, "Hey, get out!"
And then
I'm gonna remove that one and come back to it later.
okay, but I think the putting the mask on someone else was on the left here.
Yeah. And then here.
Boom. That's Furnace. Where's the one with the exploded body? No, that's after apparently.
There.
Okay, there's a lot here. Okay,
There.
that one there.
You're right. By the way, I was
This is from a different murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the same as something we've already seen, and this is locker room. Okay, so it is this.
I think I had those two switched on accident.
Yeah, I'm not.
I forget sometimes that we're reading it right to left.
I think because in this one, because in this it looks like Kyoko's just come in right then, and this one it looks like they're running. The person's running away.
I think that's correct.
If we're not wrong, I think those are the two we would switch. Sorry, if we're not right.
Because, like, if nothing else, look at it this way. Would this really be what Kyoko's looking like when she first walks in? Bearing in mind that she said before, like, they're the person, I sense Makoto's about to die.
Fair enough.
I think that's it.
Yeah, okay. Everyone is here. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. That wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Makuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind. Love how in that one on the right, Monokuma's like covering his head, like, no, stop! Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in the biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She murdered to try and frame Kyoko, who had proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, She wanted us all to think Makuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Mask, knife, stab Makoto.
Hey!
Okay, good.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
While I was at my weakest.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Makuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Makuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind, the one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
This is a very interesting depiction of Makoto there.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What, so you're broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
You know, you're right next to her.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself.
You're next to her, too. It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding? Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Huh?
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima. And she has new hairpins. So, here's the thing. Oh, she has a crown on. I like that. So, at the very beginning, Eve voiced Junko, but...
If I may interrupt here.
What?
You see, this is the twist I knew was coming, and so at the very beginning, I messaged E and asked if I could voice Junko.
Ah.
And that is all I said, and he said yes.
What? Didn't Eve voice Junko at the start, though?
I voiced.
That wasn't Junko.
I voiced Makuro.
Oh, okay. So you guys,
That's why I was messing up the voice.
You pre-planned the thing that I was going to say, which was, since that was Makuro, can Rhino voice this, so that he has someone to voice now.
Yes, but
By the way, I was purposely messing up the voice at the beginning.
All right, go.
Now I actually had to look up voice lines for her. This girl has a range.
I am excited to see your range in action, Rhino. Go for it.